All right, what's up, everybody? Here we are back at it again. We got the Borderlands stream today. I started a little bit late because slept in a little bit, compared to last week. So we'll see what I get here. Looks like the stream's up and running, so that's pretty good. I want to talk about first thing is I think I'm on day 5 or 6 or something like that. I had to restart, obviously. If you, I mean, nobody's listening to this, but yeah, I failed. I failed 75 hard and I had to restart this week. So last Saturday, I didn't read all the way. Today's Saturday again, so it's been 1 week since I missed a thing. I did the other things on the list, but I missed that thing. So, it is what it is. Like, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But, yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm just going to check this mix here real quick. So it sounds pretty good. I just checked it through YouTube there on my phone. So, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I did what, I did what I had to do. I started over. I was on almost up to day 50. So I'm hoping that I can still complete the whole program. Obviously, there's not going to be any more room for error because now we're, 3 months into the year and you only I don't know how much time I actually have to make these mistakes because I haven't fully looked into what kind of time it takes for the rest of the program. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's 75 hard, which is 75 days of what we've been doing, this list of things that you have to do every day. And then there's it's part of a larger program called the Live Hard. And it's a mental toughness program to teach you mental toughness. Now, I already think I had a lot of mental toughness before, and this program is affecting me. It's worse now that I've had to start over than it was before. But, because I'm already doing a lot of hard things every day. This is obviously adding on top of it into a big bad way, but, basically there's 3 other parts to it, a phase 1, 2, and 3, I believe. And I listened to the podcast where he explained them all. I just don't remember that well. So, and I don't want to put out any misinformation. So obviously this is Andy Frisella's program. Can't really, the dude is, there's a lot that could be learned from the dude. Like, I've been listening to his podcast, and it's like it's kind of crazy. How far ahead this dude is of the rest of us and has been. I mean, or at least ahead of me. I mean, it is what it is. I'm trying to do everything that I can now to get where I need to be. Like, I know I can't change anything that I've done, and the last 7 years I've been trying to, actually it's 8 years now. The last 8 years I've been trying to obviously do right, be right, do everything I can that's correct. Try to be correct in the world, whereas the previous 32 years I wasn't always doing that. And if this message finds you, just know that if you're on this path like I am, where you're trying to do the right things, like, it is possible. Sometimes it's harder, but I think it's better, It is better. All you got to do, and I was talking to my wife about this last night.
Glad you made it. Come find me, but be careful. The Torks broke out of their cages.
All we got to do is we got to look at life through this simple pattern, that there are problems to be solved, and we have to pick the right way to solve them, and then we'll learn the lesson and move on, and there will be another problem to be solved. And I know that's really dumbing it down. I there's a lot more to it, but that's sort of the pattern of life that I've noticed. And so that's what we need to do. We just need to go through life and solve the stuff that God puts before us to solve, and learn the lessons that we're supposed to learn, and they're different for everybody. And it seems like everybody's on a different level, to some extent. So what's my shield at? 463. Let's see if I can remember how to play here now. And so it's like that. It's like, so this is 392. That one's 497. So plus 100 and grants immunity to burn damage, which I don't really need that, but it is a lot more shield. How much is it? 2,000. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that, I think, because I'm not really a huge fan of the little things that the shield I have drops. It's just kind of annoying picking them up all the time. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the shield. I'm gonna sell the other two shields because I've definitely moved on now. Do we need these? What is this? Flesh gun. Do I need that? 154. I don't need that. I don't think I need this anymore either, because it doesn't really seem to be affecting me without it. Sell that. Because most of the time I'm indoors now anyways in this part of the game. So 31 times 6, it's 180 something. 186, is that right? Quick math. So we don't need that either. And I don't know, I think I was keeping that sniper rifle because I don't have one. And it does have the armor, so sometimes a weapon like this can work really well on like those turret guns, because I think this works really well on robot type or guns, and usually you're far enough away, and those things usually hold still, so they're easy to snipe. So that might be good there. I think I'm gonna sell that. I don't think I need that anymore. Open up the backpack space. So I'm always running out of backpack space. All right, let's do that there. Yeah. So anyways, the point being is like I've got to, and why I'd say 8 years ago is because that's when I woke up.
Kill those talks so we can talk. Now that I think about it, I do remember Gladstone. He helped set up R&D on his own. Hired the team all by himself, made a lot of pretty cool stuff. He's a decent enough guy.
These things flying or what? So I don't know what gun to use. I should probably be using like a shotgun on these things, but this does seem to kill them pretty good, I guess. Once I can see them, they kind of hide below your feet or whatever. See, but they're jumping too, which is confusing me. I'm easily confused and distracted. Obviously, that's why I don't know why I try to do a talking podcast while I play video games. I can barely focus on one thing at a time, Anyways, it's like, so basically, 8 years ago I woke up. Before that, oh, that's good. Definitely don't want to use that gun on them. I was drinking every day. I was like just kind of a mess. Just like barely getting through my job, and it wasn't a hard job. It's a job that I had been doing for a long time, and I really knew really well. So that's probably the only reason I was getting through it. Once I quit drinking and really started, researching like philosophy, and a couple of I don't know if you want to call them YouTube creators or what, came into my life. And basically I started to learn a lot of things that I needed to learn or relearn them. depending on how you want to look at it, it changed my life in a big way, and I started to find hope again that I hadn't had in a long time. Um, so that's what I did.
I think I can get you to the Eye of Helios, but I need some help. Sorry I messed up. I shouldn't have let myself get trapped in here. 3 of my fellow scientists got stuck in here when Zarpedon's forces attacked. Sorry. If you can free them, we can lower the defenses leading to the Eye.
You don't need to apologize so much.
Right. Sorry. I mean, not sorry. I mean, I'll head back to Jack's office now.
Yeah, so I quit drinking. I started watching this dude. I started to become hungry for like philosophy, or like how I could improve my situation, basically.
These things can cloak?
Oh, the stalkers? They got a gland that produces a substance that bends light. Fun little guys.
Stalker biome. I don't remember these things being fun.
I welcome your attack, fool!
So let's see how this thing goes. See it cloaked there, so it's like it. And that one's a badass. It died pretty quick once I got rid of its shield. So it looks like I need to use fire on these things. Needle stalker. Like I should probably have a what's it called? A shield gun and then a fire gun. See, because once their shield is down, it's like if they don't just disappear like that. I don't know if that's the same one or what, but. So they're kind of like what's it called? They're like Enderman in Minecraft. You're shooting it. 1 minute you're shooting it, and the next minute it just disappears, and you can't even tell where to shoot it. At least with the fire gun, I can see where they're running, kind of. But I definitely need this type of weapon. There's still another one somewhere. Oh, it's behind me. Looking on the mini map there. There's still a few more, looks like. Problem is that they don't always get the burn damage, So anyways, this dude's channel is called like Homesteading Off the Grid or something like that, right? And if any of you or anybody has actually seen this dude, like I think he started on Facebook, but he migrated over to YouTube. And so, I didn't really have any money, so I wasn't able to buy any sort of self-help program or anything like that. And I didn't really know who to start listening to get my life right. I had ditched all my friends, so I had one friend left. As far as my relationship with my family, I wasn't really talking to very many of them, probably because I just like burned it all down, because basically what I did before this was I went to work and came home and drank, and that was it.
Jack sent help. Well, I'd love to get out of here, but the soldiers released stalkers into my office, then they took my stuff. I lost a picture of my kid. Could you get it for me? I know it sounds dumb, but if I don't get that picture of my son back, he'll freak. He likes to know I'm thinking of him. It's kind of dorky, but sweet.
Oh, Dr. Langlois, yeah, he helped design the loaders back when they just carried around boxes and stuff. Smart enough dude. His kid smells like soup, though.
So this dude, he started a YouTube channel where he basically he kind of goes out in the mornings and he has his kind of his time to himself, right? Kind of like what I'm doing right now, oddly enough. But he would just sit and have his coffee, and he had land in Virginia. And I guess that's where the channel name comes from. But I don't know if any of his videos were about homesteading because I wasn't watching that part. But he would just talk about life and philosophy and like what he had learned up till now. And it turned out that he was a writer. And, you know, I don't know what he wrote. I never looked into his books. I think some of them might have been like horror, I don't know, fiction. But some of his books took off. So he was in some branch of the military. And he, you know, went overseas somewhere, and that was what he was doing. And then he got out. And then when he got out, you know, I don't know the whole story. I don't know if he ever told the whole story. But when he got back, he basically lost his family, we'll say. I mean, they didn't die, but they left him, right? Or whatever. He left them. I don't know. I don't know what happened exactly, but they got disconnected, and so he went to the Philippines, I believe, and kind of just became a drunk. Maybe this is how I got a hold of him, because he was a drunk, and then when I started watching him, he was sober, I think, right? I think this is what happened. This is 8 years ago in my memory, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Uh-oh, that ain't good. Can I float back up there? Nope. Guess that's it. You know, you can jump off the biggest cliffs in this game, but if you jump out of the world, gotta get redone. Anyways, so, you know, he's sitting there and he gets out on his property every day, and he's talking about how he defeated a neighbor with a crayon, and I don't remember that story exactly, but I guess go look it up. It might still be out there somewhere. But anyways, it starts talking about philosophy and you know, how to live and how to be and all that kind of stuff, and I'm sure it's stuff that I knew and should have been doing, but I wasn't. So I started doing some of it, you know, like before. And I don't know if it was him that told me this stuff or if it was, so that let's go back up. So that type of content I ended up just craving, like content that was like, you should live this way, and here's some reasons why, and basically it's going to help you, you know, it's more or less be Christ-like. I don't know if I exactly got it all from him or from some of these other creators that I started also following at the same time. Like one of them, you know, after he stopped doing his, at some point he stopped doing that type of content. He started doing a different type of content, which I kept watching for a while, but I eventually stopped because it just wasn't my thing. But I tried to support the dude. He did help me out a lot. But, you know, basically I started changing and started realizing that I needed to do what was right above what I thought was good or easy, you know. And one of the things that I started doing was just simply at work, I started trying to do my job for the first time, and then trying to do everybody else's job. Like whatever was asked of me at work, I essentially said yes to, for the most part. There was one or two times where I was blatantly asked to do something that I just really didn't want to do. And so I'm not saying I became a pushover. I just basically said, no, I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to. And actually, there were some things that were my job that I didn't do either anymore. So I had two, you know, before that, if somebody ever came to me and said, you got to do this thing, it's your job, like fill out this paperwork, for instance, what I would do, this is what I would do. If I didn't believe in the paperwork, like let's say I didn't believe that the paperwork needed to be done or should be done, what I would do is just not do it 90% of the time. And then when it came up to an audit, they would kind of tell you, or you could kind of tell when you were going to be audited. Then I would just do the paperwork and, you know, not date it. So when they did come into audit, basically they'd come in the front door. I was clearing the back door. What does that sound? That's weird. And so somebody would be like, hey, those dudes are in here auditing. And then, so they would kind of tell the whole store, and the whole store would be sitting there scrambling, getting their paperwork together while the dudes were walking around the store. I worked in a grocery store. I guess I should say that. And then by the time they'd get to me, I would have my faked paperwork dated with the dates on it so that they could look at it and we could all pretend like I was doing my job, basically. Right? That was the old way of doing it. So the new way of doing it became about doing things correctly and honestly. So what I did with that specific paperwork, for instance, is I just stopped doing it. And when they came back and said, how come you don't have this paperwork? I would just say, look, I don't want to do that, and so I'm not going to. And it actually caused no problems whatsoever.
DNA detected. Granting access to observation room 11B.
Now that's weird, right? Oh, look, I found somebody. Find family photo. Okay. So, yeah, so you would think, I used to think that should cause issues, just being honest like that. Just being like, look, I don't want to do it, and I'm not doing it. So, like, fire me if you have to or whatever. But what they did was interesting. So now I'm being honest. They just said, okay, and left. They didn't say, here's your write-up, Now, I'm not suggesting anybody do this. This is just what I did. But then when it came to other things, like if they were like, hey, like making a bail. If you've ever worked in a grocery store, nobody likes to make a bail. Well, I just started making them all the time. Like, before that, I would fight it and be like, well, it's not just my job, even though I work right next to the baler. I'd be like, how come nobody else can make a bail? Instead of that attitude, the attitude I started having was, it's just as much my job as it is anybody else's. If I make all the bails while I'm there, well, then that's a service to the rest of the store. That's a service I can give to my fellow man, to my neighbor, right? So I just started making the bails. The old me would have thought that was me being like everybody's slave or whatever. And the new me thought that was the way I could serve everybody because nobody likes making bails. There was other things. Like I started really taking pride in my job and trying to do it the best way that I could, if that makes any sense. Started showing up earlier.
Oh, you found the photo. Cool. Yeah, if I come home without that, my son would have thrown his feces on the wall. you know how 19-year-olds are. Anyway, come on back. I got something for you.
How's your son been doing anyway?
Great. He's got a girlfriend.
Oh, wow, really?
No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't have a girlfriend. Not even close.
So what these corporate people did is they would come in and audit, and it would be the same people auditing, and they'd come back and say, how come you don't have this paperwork? And I would say, well, I told you last time I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I'm not doing that specific paper anymore. And they'd be like, like the first couple times they'd mark off on their audit that I didn't do it. And basically they, I would lose points or whatever. But what I realized is that nothing was going to happen. And nothing did. Now, here's the interesting thing is eventually they came in and audited, and they stopped coming up to me and saying, where's this paperwork? Okay, so at this point, they didn't ask me, hey, where's your paperwork? They just said, hey, how's it going? They talked to me and everything, and they were nice, and they just didn't ask. And they did their audit, and when they left, the people in the store came back and told me, good job, you got 100%. Now, I know I didn't get 100% because I didn't do the paperwork that they wanted me to do. Now, this paperwork was not, it was, there is no reason for it, okay? It's like, the reasons that are there for it are so few and far between that it was pointless for me to do it every day
Shield deployed.
for basically for something that was going to happen maybe once every 5 years. Okay, there's only one logical explanation for this paperwork, and it happens so few and far between that it was just not worth it to me to do, and so I didn't do it. You know, it wasn't essential to my job. It didn't cost the company money. It didn't like put anybody in danger. It wasn't safety paperwork. It wasn't anything like that. Okay, so I just want to get this straight, that the parts of my job that mattered, I started doing 150%. As good as I could do them. The parts of my job that mattered for the company, making money, that sort of thing. Anybody in danger, if anybody was in danger, it became top priority. If the company if it made the company money, it was top priority. Okay, but that's the interesting thing that happened. Instead of getting fired, they just marked me off as 100 all the time. And then they would come in and they were nice, and obviously we all got along, and then they would just mark me off with 100. And then the dude eventually just stopped auditing me, and he just marked me off as 100. Now, like, the rest of my job was done at 150%. And so only these few little aspects that I think we all kind of knew weren't necessary didn't get done, and nobody cared. Everything went on fine and normal. The other interesting thing is before I kind of got sober, I was just looked at as kind of like a good employee or okay employee, but never a great employee. I was never offered promotions. You know, I did get promoted before this, but I was never offered promotions, I guess. Is he going to open it? Okay, he's going to open it.
Could I have that photo, please? Thanks. That ugly face gets me through the day. Here's something for your troubles. I'll open the way for you, but be careful. Lots of baddies on the other side. I'll meet you back at Jack's office. Thanks again.
Yeah, anyways, so
for helping me out with that dumb family stuff. See you later, Vault Hunter.
See ya.
You saved Dr. Langlois. Great. Just rescue the last two scientists and we can get you to the eye laser.
So then I'm just going along doing my job, and not
Freaking beasts everywhere! I lost my teddy bear in the lockdown and I lose my mind without it! Bring it back to me!
So I think since I was doing everything 150%, everything was like really perfect, except for this like meaningless paperwork that I didn't want to do, and a couple of other things that I was supposed to do technically, but they really didn't do anything for anybody. So I just stopped doing them. Anything that like wasn't really, like there was certain paperwork that I was supposed to do that was for other people to see certain things. Where am I supposed to be going here? In there? Yes, oh, there he is.
Me. Hello again! Drain the aquarium! My teddy bear's on the other side! I'll let you into the aquarium section, but for reals though, please be careful!
Probably need a vending machine. Where's this dude going? I'm supposed to go in there. I guess he's gonna let me in there. Drain the aquarium, huh?
Victorians came up with a lot of advancements in marine biology. Pressure resistance, stuff like that. I mean, it's not that sexy, but his stuff sells like hotcakes on the aquamarine planets.
So anyway, so they started offering me promotions. Every time, all the corporate staff, I essentially, in one way or another, some of them I already knew, but they became I don't know how else to explain this, but when they would come in and walk, a lot of times they wouldn't really talk to the employees. You know what I mean? A lot of employees would kind of hide from them. Well, I became so overly confident and that I actually didn't even care if I got fired. So here's the duality. Is I'm doing my job, most of my job at a high capacity, a lot higher capacity than the rest of the employees there, okay? Like I'm doing stuff that people are looking at me for, like kind of like, why are you doing all that extra stuff, right? I mean, as far as the employees, the management is like loving me because most of my crap is squared away all the time. And if it's not, then I'm getting it squared away as soon as possible, right? It's like, and so these corporate people, they started to notice that. And the ones that I didn't know on a first name basis, I started to know. They started to get to know me. When they would come in, they would talk to me about stuff. It wasn't just like they'd come in, see my area, walk past, or comment on what I should do better, and then walk past, right? Like they started, I basically became, I guess work friends with these people that I didn't work with. They only came in every once in a while, and when they did come in,
Mr. Tassiter, we've retaken a section of Helios. We're only steps away from taking back the laser and saving Pandora. Because I'm awesome. Yeah, great. I'm calling to tell you that the board has decided to reverse your termination. You have their support. All right. Pleasure to be working with you again, asshole. Now why don't you go pour yourself a big tall glass I told you so and suck it.
and so, it's an interesting position to be in because I didn't care if I got fired. At some point, I don't know when, a couple years later, I guess, I figured out a different way to make money. And so I really wasn't making that much money at this place anyways, and I was really kind of sick of working there. So I just didn't care. I was like, well, if you guys fire me, you'd probably be doing me a favor. And I even told some of them that. And, they were trying to promote me. They would come in and be like, you should promote. And, obviously they had power because they were from corporate, And so they were able to control that sort of thing. And I just kept turning them down and being like, well, look, I don't want to promote. I don't necessarily. Oh, I forgot I have 4. How do you like that, huh? What a waste of firepower that was. Just shoot him with the grenade launcher. It didn't even explode that much. Dude just died. Anyways, so now I'm doing that, and I'm finding other ways to make money, and I'm doing that, and, I'm working a lot every day, but I'm figuring it out, and I'm doing it. And, but, the confidence is there. I have, I think I had 2 jobs, and so the confidence was the other job, and now I'm doing this at the other job too, and it's just a part-time job, but I was doing things basically at a higher level than most other people. And at the other job, they were trying to promote me. Like I got a job offer for full-time at the other job, right? And I'm sure I could have went there and worked and done very well, and gone up in those ranks. And I eventually got the job I have now. I eventually left the grocery store and went somewhere else into a different career that I wanted to be in truck driving, because I do like driving the truck. I like driving. It's good. And it's the same thing is happening there. They do ask me to promote every once in a while, and because I'm excelling there. I think, and this is according to them, not according to me, by the way. Sort of the last conversation that I had with management about this stuff, about how I was doing and what they needed from me, and I said that, and they're just happy that I'm there, and they're, I'm not trying to say that I'm like God's gift to employers, that's not what I mean, but what I mean is the old me was like, on the take, right? So I was just always taking from work and taking and never giving, or giving the bare minimum, never giving never giving 150. I would be maybe given 75% of what I should be. So it was like I was like, how can I get away with doing work today? You know, coming in hungover every day. You know, late, often late, right? Now I go in early, you know, and I get it done. I'm usually the first truck out of the parking lot every morning. You know, because I just need to get it done. It's not about, it's about giving a good, high-quality service for whatever they're paying me. Now, whether they're paying me right or not, that's a whole different thing. But I'm going to go give more than I take. And before I would take more than I would give, right? So that's the deal. And once I started doing that, everything started to change. And I realized that I can control some outcomes that I didn't have or didn't think I had control over before. Which I started controlling these outcomes and started, essentially winning. When they would come in to audit my stuff and it was all squared away except for one or two things, they would just ignore those two things. And, I told them I'm not doing it anyways. So they're basic, the me before would have thought that I would have been in trouble, or they would have died on those hills and been like, well, you have to do everything exactly 100%, like they always had before. But instead what they were doing is, since I was honest and I was like, well, I'm just not going to do it. So you do what you got to do and I'm going to do what I got to do. They're just like, they took that as respect that I was actually honest with them, and they basically just let it go. Like normal people would. They just, and of course, because they just are people. That's another thing that people in that industry sometimes miss, is that, your boss is just a normal person. They just, they're just trying to get through their day just like you are. They're just trying to get these goals accomplished. So how are you going to help them accomplish their goals? That's what your job really always is. This is the way I look at it now, is that if they, I'm trying to make my boss's job easier. That's what I'm trying to do every day. What is that going to take? For my boss to not have to call me and be like, hey, did you do this? Can you do this? Like, I'm in trouble now because can I get this guy? If I can get this cloaked thing over here. Of course he's hiding and running everywhere. Come on, man. Uh-oh. I'm not going to make it. Come on. I can't kill the badass. Anyways. And so that's what I do now. It's like, and they, obviously, they really enjoy that. Imagine being a boss, a manager, and then you have an employee that comes along, and that employee's goal every day is not just to do their job, but to do their job so well that you don't have to constantly go behind them and be like, did you do this or did you do that? Looks like I missed a thing there. Okay, I gotta get my guns figured out here. Okay, this one keeps running out of ammo, but it does kill him really well. This one doesn't really kill him that well. And then I have this that I've been trying to use, which is white, so that's not even good. I could put that in, or that in. It would be a lot better. Or that 176. This one's 88, but this one goes good against shields, and these guys do have shields, so I think I should use that one as my backup. Is it this one? Okay, it's not a sniper, but it has a scope. Sometimes the scope bugs the crap out of me. Anyways, so now that's where I'm at, is like, because I stopped drinking, went to philosophy, I even started, eventually I started listening to people like Jordan Peterson, Jesse Lee Peterson. These are people that they're polarizing in society, because if you ever watched, I don't know if you've ever watched Chappelle show, and you have what's his name? the black white supremacists. Okay, now this is weird to talk about and stuff, but this is what went down. What's his name? Something Bigsby. I want to say. Go look up that David Chappelle clip. Anyways, it's funny. It's really funny. But anyways, this dude, Jesse Lee Peterson. He's like a conservative. Well, he's conservative, but he's really about like Christianity, and his show is about Christianity, and he just doesn't care. This dude just like, he just does what he thinks is right and doesn't care. And basically, there's a lot of ideas that he has that go against the modern societal ideas. That some of them I think he's right on. And I think that we're in an interesting game these days that we all need to wake up to. But I don't know if we all will. It is what it is. Some people are brainwashed and some people aren't. And what's funny is that both sides say the other side is brainwashed. But only one can be true. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Maybe they both are brainwashed. Maybe neither are true. I don't know. It's really hard to tell what's right, what's true, and what's wrong, and so forth. But, I mean, for me, it's like, I think God's with me. And I think that I have proof of that based off of some of the stories I just told you. Like, I don't think I stopped drinking. I don't think that I was even able to. And I know a lot of people who are in addictive states, when they come out of that addiction, they say exactly what I'm saying right now. Like, I fully understand that idea and the situation that I'm in. But I really believe that's the way it is. I really believe that God was like, and maybe I even asked for help. God was like, all right, I'll help you. Here you go. And he brought me to this sort of different set of philosophy that has guided my sobriety. I didn't struggle with quitting drinking. I drank one day and then didn't drink the next day. So explain that to me. I drank every day for 4 years straight. Maybe even longer. Every day I drank. And then all of a sudden I didn't. Am I supposed to turn this thing off? I don't even know if I'm going in the right direction or what. I flipped it though. I didn't open that. Anyways, but now it's like, like I said, I was having this conversation with my boss about something. So what happened was one of the other drivers, I'm a truck driver, one of the other drivers at my work was complaining, because that's just the way that dude is. He's always complaining. Okay, some people are just like that. And so, I'm just trying to get my day done. So I'm just kind of agreeing with him. I'm just like, yeah, it sucks. What are you going to do? You work for corporations and this is the way it is and blah, blah, blah. And it kind of is, We do, a lot of the stuff we do is based on policy that was created for other people and out of other people's actions that actually probably could have never been created or applied to me or to him, right? Because we're not thieves, for instance. But a lot of the policy this is just an example. This isn't what he was complaining about. But so he's complaining, and I'm just agreeing with him, and I'm kind of complaining too, And it's not like there's anything anybody can do about it. It's the situation we're in. Like, my direct bosses aren't going to be able to change this necessarily or want to, right? So whatever. Well, somehow word gets around to the bosses that we're complaining, and not just me and him, but all the drivers. And so the bosses decide to have a meeting with us all individually to figure out where we're all at. They basically, my point is, they came to me in a state of like, we kind of heard some things and we're just hoping you're not going to quit. And I was like, and that's maybe this isn't what they were trying to do, but that's the way I took it. And I was like, well, look, I'm not going to quit, or when I'm going to quit, you're going to know about it early. Because I know how hard it is to go without people and to get people hired and stuff. I've been in management. Like, I get it. And so I'm not, that type of person. That's what I told him too. I was like, I gave the last place I quit over a month notice. And basically what I did is I went to him and I gave him an informal notice. And I said, look, I'm looking for another job. I'm actively looking to quit here. So, do what you will with that information, basically. But, so, is that even... I was shooting the other guy. This dude's almost dead. Yeah, this gun works pretty good, I'd say. It's a lot easier to get that guy down. So yeah, but that's what I told them, and I was like, and about the things you heard, I'm really just like, I was really kind of just agreeing with the dude just to kind of get it through my day, and not have to sit there and talk to him for an hour and a half about it, because we are kind of salary, so it's like, I mean, I just, I wanted to get out of there. So I just, I bet that's what I told him. And I was like, there are all these problems. There's a lot of problems. And like everywhere I've ever worked is like this. There is all these situations and problems that don't really make sense to like me and what I'm doing, right? And that's the way corporations are, is that they want us all to do all this stuff the same way and the quote-unquote right way, the way they want it done. And sometimes we want to do it our way, a different way, like the way that we want to do it because it somehow works better for us or whatever, or we can go faster or whatever, and that's the way it all is. And all the employees constantly just complain about the changes in the ways that the corporation wants it done. And the corporation puts down these programs and like this web training that you constantly have to do, because stuff happens where people don't follow the policy or the rules, and then then they have to just try to continually train everybody all the time because so-and-so didn't do it in a whole different state, and it caused this big old problem and cost the company a whole bunch of money, you know what I mean? And, yeah, like, that's the way it is. It's the way our whole situation is all the time. Let's see, so where's that gun that I just picked up? It looked pretty good. I don't know where it is, though. I think it was a sniper rifle. It's this one. It's pretty good. 277. Anyways, so that's where, the point is that's what I'm doing now, is I'm trying to do the best thing that I can so that my bosses don't have to, get after me, or they don't have to be on conference calls, or, I'm not the reason that they have to do this stuff. It's a really big number there, 1,059 grenade damage. And so, basically in that meeting, I told him that I wasn't going to quit anytime soon. I said I will eventually, and I told him some other stuff, like reasons why I'm going to quit, and it's probably going to be this year, and, and that's going to happen, and I'm going to have to figure that out. But I told him I'd give him a bunch of notice, and then I told him about all the problems that I think that our company has. And a lot of them they can't do anything about. Well, actually, all of them they can't do anything about. I said, if there's any problem I think you can fix, I'll tell you first thing, right? Like, I don't know, but here's the problems that you can't fix. Or, yeah, it's just... It's stuff that a lot of it doesn't even have to do with our company. It's some other company. Grab the teddy bear. Where's the teddy bear? It's probably going to get eaten by some...
Got your teddy bear.
Oh,
Coming back now.
Great! I'll let you in! No! Wait! Kill that thing first or I'll die! I hate dying!
And so, but what I did is I asked them in that meeting, I said, so is there anything that I am not doing that I can do for you? And they said no. So, they basically said, like, you're good and no, like, that sort of stuff. So it's like they're, it seems like they're grateful for me and my efforts. And I try to be grateful for them and their efforts, because that's the thing. That's what really sucks about this situation is I'm going to have to quit this year. And I told him that, but I don't know if I told him this year, but I'm going to have to quit. And I told him that, and I told them why, and they know why, and they get it. They understand it. But these two people are like the best. They might be the best managers I've ever had. They're just amazing. I mean, like, I really wish I could find a way to stay at this job, but I have to go do something else because it's a lot to explain, but the job is just, there's issues with the job, and they understand because they have to do it too. They have to do the same things that I'm doing sometimes, and they get the issues. And
Thanks for bringing
yeah.
my teddy bear. I feel way less scared now. I'll let you into the next area.
Man, they really painted scientists as weirdos in this thing, didn't they? It's like, I mean, I guess the first guy with his picture of his kid you could kind of get, but what is this dude doing? I mean, look at that haircut. You know what I mean? It's got, you got to shave it, dude. You got to do the chrome dome. Like, look at me. See?
Cool. I'm leaving now. Thanks for saving me.
Maybe I should grow my hair
That's
like that.
Doctors Longua and Torres. Just rescue Dr. Grayson and we can lower the eye of Helios defenses for you.
If anybody's listening to this and you somehow help me get this channel to over 1,000 subscribers, then I'll cut my hair like that. I'll grow out the sides, dye them white. You know what I mean? No, I'm not messing with the beard though. So whatever.
So
but
what's the purpose of this place?
This particular R&D section makes weapons, laser refinement, cloaking tech, all kinds of fun stuff. The bad guys are always getting bigger guns, so we gotta be ahead of the curve.
okay, I'm gonna have to go find. Can I go back to this? Like, how did I get here? Anyways, did I think I went. Yeah, I went through this way right here. And this is the beginning. So how do I don't know if I should go back or if I should just go through. But I know that I'm going to have to pick up weapons. And I probably have to go do this whole area. Let's see. There's I think I could just go back through right there real quick and then come back to it. Yeah, see, there's even this is open. Yeah. So I don't know if I should get these. They're all 370. That one's 222. Well, I'll just come back. It is what it is. Okay, let's go through this way. Looks like go through this way. Yeah, so, that's what I'm trying to do. But I've also done things like, I started a business in the meantime. So in that 7 years, I'm listening to Jesse Lee Peterson, and he's like, you should start a business. Or if you don't want to start a business or don't feel like you can, you just need to treat your job like it is your business. Treat it as if, you owned it. How would you treat that company equipment? You know what I mean? Like if it was actually your equipment. And that's what I do now. So, and I actually treat it better than as if it was mine. Like, when it's time to get an oil change, I won't wait. I'll just get it done, right? And on my personal vehicles, I'm not good at that. Okay, let's sell a bunch of this crap. Like, I don't know if I want to, what I want to do about this stuff here. So, what are we doing for a rocket launcher? Like that one's better. This one has that. So we're just going to keep the one we have.
When you think murder, think Marcus Munitions.
You know, a lot of people would be afraid to tell their boss that they're going to quit because they might get replaced. And the way I kind of look at it is just, well, if that happens, it happens. It wasn't meant to be, right? Like, it is what it is. If they want to replace me, then whatever, you know, then I don't need to work there. And it's not like I don't really have that that great of a job, and you know they're not going to want to replace me because it's just so much work to get somebody there and to get them trained and to get them to stay because nobody wants to work anymore.
Challenge.
And it
It's
doesn't
sweet they
pay
call
that
it
well, you know. It doesn't pay. It pays well for the hours that you actually work because it's not. I don't always work 8 hours in a day. Okay. Some days I work 12 hours. Some days I work 6. It's kind of like it's that type of job where stuff happens on the road, basically, you know, and you're like, you know, somebody could roll their vehicle on the freeway, and then whenever they do that, you might get delayed by 3 hours. Just like that. You're just going to cruise home, and then all of a sudden you're on the freeway for 3 hours. That happened to me last month, you know? So it's like that stuff happens, right? And what are you going to do? It's just the way the job is. That type of stuff is not what I'm talking about either, by the way, when I say I have to leave. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing they can do about that. It's just part of the job. It is what it is. But there's other parts of the job that people could change. Not people who work for my company, but people who work for other companies that we deal with every day that make everything a lot more difficult for you. That is unnecessary. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about that I just really don't want to deal with anymore. But anyways, the point is I straight up told them, and some manager might be like, okay, this dude's gonna quit, I'm just gonna try to fire him and get somebody else in here, and that'd be fine if that's what they want to do. You know, I would just go find another job and leave, but they don't, and I'm still trying to give 150%, even though I know I got one foot out the door. Still trying to do everything right. I'm still trying to, you know, make this stuff work and do it right and do what I'm supposed to do. I guess I'm not supposed to go through that door. So, you know, that's the deal. And it has changed my life in a lot of ways, and that, you know, I go get it done every day. Whether I'm getting paid right or not, doesn't matter. Am I giving everything that I can give? Am I doing my job perfectly? You know, at least to the point of the stuff that I think I need to do. Sometimes I don't do it 100%, you know. And when I fail and don't do it all the way right, I don't lie about it either. Like just yesterday this happened where we, you know, my boss decided that she needed to go through some stuff with us and with me, and so she did. And when the questions came up and it was like, are you doing this? I was truthful and said, no, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't do that. And I don't do that right. And I don't do this right. And, you know, where she could have just been like, all right, well, here's your write-up for not doing that right. You know, or she could have yelled at me. She could have done a lot of things. But instead she didn't. She didn't do any of that. She was just like, okay, well, you know, and I think she knows that I'm going to try to do that right now. You know, so that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to change, and those things that she brought up that I wasn't doing, I'm going to do right now. One of them was something I didn't even know about. I've been doing something one way this whole time, and there's question about whether we should do it that way or should do it a different way. It's a very slight difference. It's kind of like a nuance, and I don't think it really matters that much, and she didn't act like it mattered that much. It wasn't a big deal, but now I'm going to do it the other way. You know, if that's the way that it needs to be done, then that's the way I'm going to do it. And, you know, it is a safety issue. And that's the other thing is when it comes, it's my safety that's at stake here and others, you know. So it's a truck safety issue. And if I do it the way I've been doing it, it's one thing. If I do it this other way, it's a test that may bring up a problem earlier doing it the other way. And so I'm going to do it the other way. And I've changed it, you know. And so, you know, whereas the old me probably would have been like, oh, what do you know? You know, I know my job. I'm going to do it the way I've been doing it, just out of a desire to continue the routine, you know. And instead, I need to learn something new, you know, and do it the better way, because this is better for me and everybody else. You know, if it's safer, if it's going to make sure the truck is safe, and, you know, because it's a lot of weight. You're driving a lot of weight. I don't even have as much weight as a lot of drivers do, but it's still a lot. It's a big truck. Things can happen quickly, you know, and you don't want to. I don't want to do that. This is like the weirdest door ever. This is a door, like.
Hey, so I'd escaped, but I may have dropped my key card and a stalker ate it. Can you track the key down and get me out of here?
So, you dropped your keys?
Hey, my doctorate's in iridium experimentation, not holding onto your keys without dropping them. My college didn't offer that major. Friggin' lost leech.
So, that's the idea. And I'm trying to teach this stuff to people around me. And, you know, everybody. I mean, it's like I have to teach my kids stuff all the time. And I'm trying to teach them, you know, this idea of like doing everything that you can do. You know, trying to do everything that you can do and that you're doing perfectly, you know. I wish that I could open this and go to that, but I can't, I guess, till the end.
Grayson's working on some cloaking tech I want to start using on Arcurian snipers when it's done. Just imagine it. They take position, turn invisible, and then bad guys literally have no idea what hit them. I mean, you know, they're probably going to assume it was a bullet because there'd be a bullet hole in them, but whatever. It's freaking awesome.
All right, I'll be right back. So I got these new headphones, and I spent more money on them than I think I have ever spent on headphones. It's an interesting place to be, because my new philosophy of life, my old philosophy was just to get by every day. My new philosophy is to try to get better stuff, to not just get by. You know, I can't do the most expensive, best stuff. I wish I could, but I can't. You know, I got 2 kids. I'm homeschooling them. It's expensive. Life is expensive. And it is what it is, you know. But so I got better headphones than I've ever had, though, at least, right? So that's what these things are. And the sound on them is really, really good. It's, you know, a lot better than these other ones. And what the issue is during my band practices, and I hope I've solved this issue with these headphones, because there's some cons to them too. So they're the JBL headphones. I don't remember the exact model number. They were somewhere around 140 retail. They were on sale, and so I got them for less. But I think they're the 770N, something like that. I could be wrong, but it's basically something like that. Let me see if they're on them, because I'm using them right now. The box is upstairs, so, but yeah, I don't see a model number or anything. But they're Bluetooth. They have, they were marketed as over the ear. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they do like fold in different ways and stuff. Like they kind of twist, like, one way here, and they basically have their left and right. Their, JBL there. Which I've had a lot of good JBL stuff over the years. I've had some not so good JBL stuff, but the price point was a whole lot different. Like I have this other set of JBL gaming headphones that they sound okay and they're all right, but they were a lot cheaper. But the one thing about these headphones, they sound a lot better than probably any headphones that I've ever owned. So the sound quality is really good. The noise cancellation, even if it's not on, like right now they're plugged in because of the way this system is. I cannot really do Bluetooth because I'm actually monitoring my vocals in here. And if I had Bluetooth, there would be a delay. But anyways, even without the noise canceling, they actually cancel a ton of noise. Like there's a fan running on this computer right here. I can't hear it at all with these headphones on, or almost not at all. If I'm talking, I can't hear it, or if this is on, I can't hear it. Whereas with my other headphones, I could. Now, I think the con to that is that they're a little bit small. And I made sure that I got the right ones that were not on ear, but over the ear, because I had this conversation with my brother where he just got some that were what they call on ear, where they actually sit against your ear. But I almost think that those would have been better than these, because these are supposed to go over your ears, and they don't. They're a little bit small, which is weird because the cheap JBL headphones I have that are over here sitting on this desk go over the ear and are more comfortable than this set. So this more expensive set sounds better, but after a while it hurts my ear. And, so maybe I need to do some surgery here and put these speakers and electronics into that set of headphones and, Frankenstein my way up into the world here or whatever. But hopefully I won't have to do that. What my hope is that these headphones create a better sounding mix when I'm doing my band, and it'll be more like the mix that YouTube gets, because what the issue I'm having is like the guitar is not mixing well. It doesn't sound good in the headphones I've been using compared to these, or to what it needs to be. It sounds good on YouTube, and it's supposed to be the same mix. So it's just that the EQ response of those headphones does not warrant a good mix. Or so later when I listen to it in the car, like I'll listen to my stream the next day or whatever in the car, and it sounds good. But when I'm in the moment listening to it in my headphones, it doesn't sound that good. And the reason it sounds good in the car later is because I mix a lot more than just when we're playing or jamming. Like I'll listen to it the next day and make a mental note, and then next time we get together I make that adjustment on the mix. And it's been getting better and better as time goes on. So, but what I'm hoping is that these headphones sort of fix that, and I get a good mix in the room, or at the time into my headphones. And so I don't know if I'll use them for this, but let's see. We can figure out what weapon we need. I'm guessing it's that one. It doesn't really say, but probably I should use this one. Because I think this one was good for shields, wasn't it? Like, yeah, it should be pretty good there.
Defend and protect.
Except I don't have any bullets for it. What about this one here? Yeah, this thing should get him pretty good.
My key card.
There you go.
Grab it, please. Great. Now just let me out of here, and I'll head straight to Jack's office so we can lower the Helios defenses.
I need to get some more ammo for this here gun. I mean, I guess I've been picking up all the ammo, but might as well go run around here and see what else is around. Yeah, so I'm hoping these headphones will be better. But that's, you know, kind of what I'm trying to do is buy more quality gear. Not that the gear I have is bad, but it's just not, you know, sometimes on something like this, I would just skimp and get like a $20 set of headphones and just be like, well, it's just going to have to be good enough. And maybe it was, but the other thing is too is that this cheap set of JBL headphones I bought to stream with the kid, and it just kind of didn't really work out that well, so I stopped streaming with the kid. But I mean, maybe I'll start again soon. Like they really want to all the time, and so, you know, what is this? Just some dudes they killed, I guess. But so maybe I'll try that again. The problem with it that I ran into is that it's hard to get consumer electronics to plug in correctly to my interface, and it might be easier to do now. But you know, basically, you have I have another way to do this. I just need to do it. But you have a headset with a microphone. Now my kid, when he plays video games, he doesn't hold still. He like jumps around the room everywhere, and so my thought was, if I get him this headset with a microphone, he could be kind of moving around, like, you know, you can hear the difference in audio quality like that when I get away from the mic and what that does. And so if he has the mic on himself, and the other reason I wanted it was so that when I was drumming, I didn't have to constantly push this mic out of the way like I do now. I eventually solved that with a different type of mic stand that just pushes out of the way. It's good. So, but I never really liked the quality of the audio on these mics, and obviously they're cheap. So, but the other issue is hooking them up is really difficult, because you have to get some special adapters to hook a consumer style little 3.5 millimeter 4-pronged jack cord headphone, jack headphone cord, whatever you'd call it, into professional audio gear. Like, to change that to an XLR cable, for instance, ended up being really difficult. And if, for some reason you do have this issue, the only thing I ended up finding that worked, I think I have it here somewhere, was a little special connector. I think it was, it's made by Rode. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but on one end it has an XLR, and on the other end it essentially has like a 3.5 millimeter jack on it. Here's one right here. I bought a couple of them, but basically, and I don't know if this actually fixed my issue or not, but here it is. It's like, it's got that thing in it, and then, the other end is like a microphone cord. But basically, inside this thing, I think there's some electronics that kind of changes that type of cord to this type of cord. So it says Rode VXLR Plus. That's what it says on it. But it just didn't end up fully working out. Well, anyways, my wife has been using those to work out, and I stole them to use them, and I think I broke them. So I had to get this set so I can give her my old set, and so she doesn't have to use earbuds, which she doesn't have a problem with earbuds either, but it is what it is. Got some grenade mods there. I don't know. We might have to look at those. Some of them looked promising. Some pistols, but they're probably all green. I don't know if I would just want to continue to use my fancy purple guns here or what, you know. Yeah, they're all green.
Thanks for the help. Let me uncloak the exit.
Is that a portable cloaking device?
Yeah, I made it out of stalker glands for Jack. Even made it look like his pocket watch. Can you give it to him? Whoops.
Why am I not surprised?
Man, I've got a mild case of the shivers. Thanks for rubbing it in. Y'all are jerks.
You did great! With all the scientists rescued, we can help you get to the eye laser. I'll meet you back at Jack's.
So now can I go down through this way? Hopefully I can, I guess. Guess I'll go try.
Gladstone, why does Zarpedon still have control over Helios' defenses? We shut down the jamming signal on Elpis. The Vault Hunters shouldn't even have to be saving your asses right now just so you can lower the shields. No offense.
Zarpedon might have a weaker signal jammer on her person. She could have another mole in Helios, like the Merif. Or she probably just manually rewired the security system.
Wait. There might be another traitor on Helios?
That's only one possibility. Jack? Jack, you there?
Greetings. Nina, good for you.
Sell these green guns. I don't think I want them. I don't know about that. Let's see what we have for a grenade mod here. 556 electrocution damage. See, it's gold. So these might have more. I don't know that I always like these lobbed. It spawns a bunch of little mini grenades. It's like it's just chaos. Yeah, I don't know. Look at the blast radius is up on the one I have, but some of these have a lot more, you know, and I don't even really use grenade mods, hardly ever. I mean, I don't even use grenades. So it's tough. This one does have a freaking high. Yeah, I think I like this one because it has the implosion that pulls enemies towards the grenade. And it has a high damage. Let's go with that one. We'll sell everything else.
These are best quality Hilton shields.
Yeah, so we'll sell that one.
If you're bleeding, stop saving.
Go over here and see what. We didn't have any other missions. Yeah, so we just have the one mission. Looks like. So go see what's going on over here. But yeah, I mean, these headphones they sound a lot better. You know, you can do different stuff to the EQ. There's an app that goes with them. So there is some nice features.
Roland. Ro and I just fought our way across the other side of Helios. Hope you guys didn't have all the fun on this end.
The scientists just shut down the defenses leading to the laser. Got one last thing to wrap up before I send you off, though. Let's talk.
Oh, hey, cool.
Cloaking device, huh? Thanks, Doc.
Still alive, thanks to you. Much obliged.
Yo, you are great. You're great. You guys disabled the defenses leading to the big-ass laser. We're gonna head off and shut it down, but I'm gonna summon my personal escape ship to get you guys the hell out of here. Vault Hunter, hit that button over there.
Mr. Oh, yeah, that's me, Timothy. Please go through the door to your right. Your interviewer will be waiting for you. Do I, need to sign some papers, or? Through the door, please. No, wait, how do I know this isn't some scam to get my kidneys? You applied for this position because you needed money. Beggars can't be choosers. But, okay. All right, I'm ready. Very good, Timothy.
Got a lot of missions in here.
Hey, so, I did some spying on you guys. Like friendly spying, not creepy spying. And those files are in the central terminal. Just in case any of those doll bastards survive this, I don't want them coming after you. So, go find them.
Alright, so, this is the story mission, so we should probably go get these ones done. And we'll come back to that story mission. This is kind of how I always do it. I don't know if anybody else does it differently or how everybody else does it, but if I have a little side mission, I just go do it and then till they're all done, and then I go back to the story mission. So let's go do this thing here. See. So where is this Hyperion hub of heroism? They're all there, so I guess we'll just go there. Man, I'm freaking hungry. I don't know why on the weekends I get hungry so early. I guess I'm at my 12 hours right now of when I ate last, which, you know, that's kind of part of the deal, is that I'm trying to do at least 12 hours in between, you know, eating or whatever. So let's see where I gotta go here. Should probably try to make sure I get ammo out of this stuff. So I might go up in a minute and go get something to eat. I don't know if
Stop them from tinkering with your AI. Understood.
I'm not an AI. I'm a person. I sit in a dark room and read what I'm asked. Look, another incoming message from those jerkbags. It reads, booty salads. I'm a grown woman who had to say booty salads because some jackass wrote those words. Lost Legion for Evskis.
I don't know, that must be one of the other missions. Can I not go through that door? Or what am I supposed to be doing here? Oh, collecting an echo log. I don't know what those things are. I mean, you would think it would be in somewhere like this. There we go.
Pull up whatever we got on Athena.
This is Knox. Today at 0300 hours, Lance assassin Athena went AWOL, killing 9.5 Crimson Lance soldiers in the process. One of them got cut in two, vertically. He's alive, but he's got a Anyway, I guess she wasn't psyched about the Atlas High Command duping her into murdering your sister. Which, great idea, Miles. You want to kill somebody, you hire someone who doesn't give a rat's ass about the job. Regardless, she escaped. Any luck, she'll come back one day and kill all of us. Knocks out.
Wise General Knox. Shame he had to die.
I won't let you pass!
I'm just gonna skip all these guys. I don't really want to fight everybody. Where am I supposed to be going anyways? What is this? I feel like they're just kind of low level anyways. Like how much XP I got 11. I get 11 from a guy. Like it's just not really always worth it.
There's no coming back from that.
Might get some from this guy though. Okay, where am I supposed to be going? Am I even going the right way? That goes up there. I don't think I'm going the right way. I think I gotta go back this way.
You can't resist us. Welcome to the war.
Yeah, like I'm not really down weight, you know? Like that's what's interesting too, is that I've been working out for like, I don't know, 50 days or something like that. And I'm not losing weight. Like at first I lost like 10 pounds and I'm basically just sitting there like right at around 210. But I'm definitely skinnier. So I must just be building muscle,
My
you know?
shield will not fail me.
Basically muscle weighs more than fat. I must be losing fat and gaining muscle, and so in proportion, which is interesting. So you don't really lose weight, but who cares, right? Like that isn't really the point of the thing. I just wish that like I could have, you know, you can't have any cheat meals. That's part of the deal. No cheat meals, so you have to just do it. Like, alright, where's this echo at? And like that's the biggest thing that sucks, is that now that I've failed, I have to start over. You know, there's no cheat meal still. Like, it's just going to be longer. Like, I planned on continuing to work out. At least doing one of the workouts every day, and the other one would just be built in because I gotta go work out with the kids and teach them soccer or whatever, right? So, sell all these guns. So then I was just gonna keep lifting for the other workout and, you know, everything like that. But it's like, so that part doesn't really suck. The reading part is actually really easy most days. Because I just do it while I'm waiting at work. When you're a truck driver, you have to wait. It's just like waiting is built in to the job sometimes. And so when I'm waiting, I just read. And, you know, that works. So, you know, the diet is, that's the only thing. It's like, you know, the working out and the reading really isn't that bad. Taking a picture of myself isn't a big deal. It's like, it's just the diet. You want to, you know, it's kind of looking like the way the math is I'm gonna end up being on vacation. I might be on vacation when I'm done with this, or it's gonna be very close to vacation. So you want to go on, when you go on vacation, you want to kind of live a little and, you know, maybe, you know, not do the normal stuff. So I don't know. I don't know where this thing is. I don't know where this echo is. So it's like, it's going to suck if I'm on vacation and I can't, you know, do vacation things because I screwed this up. That's actually, you know, why I screwed it up. Because I got so used to reading at work. Because I was waiting and I would just read and get my list done, you know, and that Saturday came along and I didn't read, you know, and it became like 9 o'clock at night and I thought in my head, oh, you didn't read, make sure you read. And then the other thing that really did me in was that I started thinking about the air suspension on that trailer that I'm building, and I wanted to put some version of it in the CAD. So I did a live stream and did the CAD, and then I just completely forgot to read and didn't read. And yeah, here we are. Is it like, I wonder if it's like up there. Oh, there's something right there. What is that? There's a dude up there. How do I get up there? Okay, not that way, I guess. Thought maybe I could jump on that thing. It's not. Oh, I was on it. Oh, there we go.
Let me hear what you got on Nisha, Angel.
Sure.
All counties for the gunslinger known as Nisha. Wanted for bank robbery, public inebriation, and murder of several elected officials.
Murdering public officials? No. That sounds like a bandit to me.
The officials in question were bandit leaders who murdered their way into positions of power. The cities were one step above bandit camps.
Oh, so she's like a bandit that kills other bandits? Nice. Is she, seeing anybody?
Sounds like Vault Hunter material to me.
Pull my drum throne over for a footrest. I know this isn't the best camera angle for me, but you guys don't really want to see me anyways, do you? Alright, let's see what... Okay, so now we gotta go over there. Yeah, so I got that stream going and I was excited about making air suspension, which I think I'm going to do one of these days, but I'm going to have to buy some material, and I'm going to have to think about what kind of material I want to use, because I don't want to use sort of, a thin stuff. I want to make sure it's strong, because it's going to have to support all the weight and everything like that. So support the weight of the trailer, which I know like it doesn't have to be super strong, but
Alright, let's turn him on.
Hello, traveler! Ready to dance?
No, shut it off! Shut it off! How am I supposed to create an all-powerful robot soldier when it won't stop dancing?
You're fighting against its basic programming. You need to work with his idiocy, not against it.
That's actually a really good idea. Thanks, baby. Love ya.
He should have destroyed that thing when he had the chance.
so I think that's I'm going to basically do that next. If I'm going to do the air suspension, I'm going to do it before I build the bike storage on this trailer, because it's going to have e-bike storage on the back and a bathroom on the front. That's the idea for the trailer. I've already built the room for the bathroom, and the bathroom collapses too, because I'm trying to build it to the point that a car could tow it. Like I have a Prius, and I tow with my Prius, which, I know it's weird, but it works. So, but imagine if I could go camping out of a Prius, which I think I could do with this trailer. Maybe not with the full family, but maybe. Who knows? But, you never know what you can do until you try. If we have a tent, the Prius, I think we could actually sleep in the back of it, and then just put the kids in the tent, and then we could go camping on like a, the difference between driving that far and like my Suburban in money is like $150, So, but we probably won't do that. But it's just, the other thing is just that it's the ability to. So like last year my truck broke, and so that basically I have this big old trailer that is now useless to me because I have no truck to tow it. So to go camping, I had to change up my whole situation. I still want to go camping. And, while I'm figuring out how to fix the truck, I still have trips planned and stuff that need to happen. So I figured it out, I guess. But with this trailer, I can tow it with anything, it just gives me a lot more options for camping. But so I can keep going, everything else. So That's the idea, which that's what it's doing. It's gonna work, but so I need to make it an air system on it. It needs to be, you know, self-sustainable. Like I need to be able to just switch to my other truck. If one truck breaks, I just get in the other truck and use it instead, right? Man, these guys are actually getting me. Like, look, that guy's 17. Is there a guy closer? Come on, go down, hurry. Gotta reload, of course. Like, they're so low level, but they're still getting me. I guess because there's just too many of them. I'm just kind of doing a Rambo thing. I'm not even really doing what I should do. Hiding and re-healing up and that sort of stuff. There's only 2 left now. I don't even aim when I shoot. You know when the guy starts laughing like that you're just like really killing it here. What is that thing? Like I hate the cloaking stuff. I don't think this gun is any good. Okay, there we go. Now there's not going to be any more guys shooting at me while I try to jump up onto this platform. But yeah, I mean, the air suspension I think is going to help out a lot because you're putting the bikes on and off the trailer. It will also help by lowering the whole deck, you know, of the trailer. I can't remember if I went around through some tunnel through that door to get this thing, or if I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, is it under one of these? It seemed like it might have been. Yeah, I don't remember how to get over there exactly. I remember doing this mission before, but you know. So the other thing is that depending on how I build the storage area for the bikes, there might be a platform that sort of hangs down like a rear tailgate, you know, that could be useful for like working on the bikes. You know, you could put the bike on this platform and sort of be out of the dirt and the mud for a second or whatever, you know. Can I open one of these doors and kind of go around? Or there we go. There's something right there. So, you know, sometimes it's just nice to have a platform that's not rocks and dirt. You know, it is gonna. I'm gonna have to work on this stuff to some extent. And stuff is gonna break, so it's gonna be. It would be nice to have a, you know, a place to work on it essentially. So eventually it's all going to be enclosed. For now, the rear area, I'm just going to put bike mounts on it. But what I need to do is, if I can work on the suspension before that.
So what do we got on Wilhelm?
Highly trained mercenary. He's worked for every corporation under the sun and has a kill count on par with the population of a small country.
Sounds like just what we're looking for. Any downsides?
He was born with a very mild case of bone waste, which means he's had a lot of skeletal implants. Subsequently, he may have gotten addicted to cybernetic enhancements.
He's addicted to surgically shoving metal into his body.
Yes, he'd be a good hire, but you'd run the risk of him being more machine than man after several years of service.
Frankly, Angel, that sounds totally awesome. Sign him up.
Never been one for cyber enhancements. Machines can fail. Swords can't.
Great. Now Zarpedon's men won't be able to track you once this is all over. Head back whenever.
Get rid of that wall! Don't shoot the shield!
So essentially, the rear area goes over the suspension. It's over the axle, right? So what I need to do is, I don't remember killing that guy before. What I need to do is go through, and if I can build the rear suspension before I build the rear area that holds the bikes, it will be a lot easier, because right now it's all open. There's no decking back there. You know, and I think eventually what will be back there is metal decking, and I need to do that before I put the bike mounts on. So I'm not going to box in the whole thing until after, but I need to do the decking first, then the bike mounts. And I think I need to make sure the suspension is good before any of that, so I don't have to work underneath the trailer. Like, it'll be easier to weld mounts on right now when it's all open than it would be for me to crawl underneath it and weld them on, for instance. So I think that's going to have to be the next thing that I build. So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to get out there and finish welding the bottom box together. And then I'm going to finish engineering the door, because it's 2 boxes and the top box lowers down onto the bottom box. So while you're traveling, this thing's about 4 foot tall. And when you get to wherever you're camping, you lift up this box and it becomes about 6 feet tall, give or take. Maybe 6.5 feet tall, something like that. So, and then the top box has its own door on the side, right? But when it's in its lowered position, you can still open that door and access the box. And when it's in its upper position, I need to attach a bottom door, because there was no easy way I could see to have the bottom door be on the bottom box all the time and then lift both boxes. They're both made out of steel framing with steel sheet metal welded to them. Okay, so, and basically it's just a bathroom. I mean, it's gonna eventually be a shower and a toilet. Right now it's just a toilet. So, and so because I want to have the ability to shower, but who knows if that'll happen or not. That's not a necessary thing. That's a secondary thing that I think I might do, especially if we really like it. If we like this style of camping. Okay, let's go do this one. Sorry. Let's go get all these missions done here, and then we'll head on.
Legion have control of my voice request terminal, and they're making me say stupid crap. I need you to kill them.
So, basically, I have the black tank figured out. I have the bathroom figured out, and I just need to finish. So that's what I'll do today, and then I'll put the black tank in, put the flooring in. I need to still go buy the flooring, and then what I'll do is after I get all that stuff done, I was going to paint it at that point and then shove it outside so that I would have room in my garage for other things. But now I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna just continue working on it and try to get it done. I think I have less than a month. I want to get it done by April. That's my goal, or to the point that it would work as a bathroom and haul bikes. Not the e-bikes yet, because I don't have them. I'm not going to be able to get them until maybe not even until next year. How do I get up there? Oh, there's stairs over here. Anyways, so that's my goal, is by April to have the thing to be where it can travel. So that means the suspension's got to be done by then. So that's going to be really difficult. I'm going to have to work on this thing a lot more.
While you're at it, could you find me something a little more intelligent to read aloud? I need to wash that booty salads nonsense out of my mouth.
Roger. Acquiring books.
Gonna use you as my scrubbing brush.
Flail against my shield.
So I guess I could need to come up with a plan to actually get this done rather than what I've been doing, which is just work on it when I can. I need to come up with some concrete deadlines to get through now that the time is sort of coming up, So basically how come they're not shooting me? Like, what are you guys doing? What I need to do is today I need to engineer a way to connect both doors together. Which I'm just thinking of like keeping it simple and just using, you know,
One book down.
some basically like some like bolts, you know, drill some holes in the top box, put some bolts through somehow that would just maybe get some wing nuts, you know. I could even like weld in a little holder to hold the wing nuts onto one side of the door so that I don't lose them. But just some sort of like hand deal, you know, some sort of hand clamping system that you don't need tools for, so that you can just put the door on when you get there. I get to camp, I raise the box up, and then I put the bottom door on, and it's essentially works like that. You know, so that way, you know, the whole point is just to kind of make this stuff easy. It's just, the idea here is that it's going to be a weekend camp trip, like 2 days, unless we really enjoy it. Because the plan is to be able to tow this thing at 70 miles an hour. A lot of the freeways here, or maybe even 80. Some of the freeways have a speed limit of 80 in places that I go camping, and so I just want to be able to get there quick. Be able to get off work at Friday afternoon, jump in the truck, go camping, and get there quickly, right? Not be on the road. That's the idea. Is this one moving? It's over here somewhere. So that's what the idea is. So I basically need to get the suspension done, the rear decking done. Open closet. There's an angry dude in there.
I don't like.
Dean.
People, movies, kissing, being stuck in this closet. I complain about casting decisions for movies I haven't seen yet.
Just talk to him, see if you can get him to calm down.
When I'm not good at video games, I take out my anger on people around me. I am easily upset. If we are playing a board game and you start winning, I will friggin' cut you.
Jack wants you to calm down.
Jack is really good looking, and that makes me feel less good looking, and that makes me angry.
I don't know. There's gotta be some way to cool that guy off.
No! Jack left me here and doesn't pay very well, and now you will suffer my verbal wrath. I hate books. I don't like most things.
Am I doing another mission right now? I guess I'm doing another mission. Might as well put it.
Dude's got some anger problems, and I'll bet the moon douchebags aren't improving that. I locked his ass in a closet somewhere around here. Find him and calm him down, will you, before he decides to join the Lost Legion or something?
I can't talk to him. Can't shoot him with that. Maybe I need to shoot him with like a cryo gun. Do I even have one? Oh, okay. Mission weapon.
Don't worry, I'm cool.
Okay, there's that mission. Yeah, so I guess I need to get a full-on... Let's go back to this one here. I need to get a full-on deal going, you know, where I'm... Let's see, what gun should we use? Maybe this one. Oh, that thing is moving around. It's on one of those things.
That cleaner has a book and...
An anthology of classic literature. This'll do.
Looks great. Now send that to me so I can finally show off my range as a voice actress. There's a scanner nearby you can use.
This is only the beginning.
So, I think I have like three or four weekends left in March. At least probably 3. Maybe 2, but 3. And I do a lot of this work on Saturday. Let's see.
the poorest thing superflua.
Hey, voice lady, you're boring the hell out of me. Go back to saying the stuff about booty salads. That was awesome. No, you know what? Do it. Say booty souffle. That's way better. Am I right?
Why is the voice in my head saying booty souffle?
So glad we hired you.
Just turn in the mission, Vault Hunter.
Alright. So there's that. So now we just need to do this one.
Urgent message for Jack, but Sabadon's troops locked me in the detention facility. Could you do me a solid and rescue me?
Let's go rescue this guy. So, okay, so what do I need to do? I need to paint it. So that'll be at the end. Like, hopefully I'll paint it after I do the rear decking, because I'll need to paint that too, because all this stuff is going to be out of steel. I mean, unless I can find a sheet of aluminum, like, it would be nice to be able to put like a sort of a sheet of aluminum on the back, like a lift gate. I mean, not that it would need to lift, but just that it would bolt, kind of sort of bolt to the back as a decking. That would be a lot better than steel. But what I did on this other trailer is I got steel sheeting and I just put it over the wood and then painted it. So hopefully it will kind of keep it from rusting, you know. But I don't know. Okay, come in here. There and lock it. Probably gotta take these guys all out here. So I need to weld all the bottom on. I need to put the flooring in. I need to put the black tank in, put the toilet in, and then build the suspension. That's going to be the hard part. I need to get the I'll have to get the airbags and that stuff, although it's not necessary to build the suspension. It would definitely help out a lot, right?
Unknown user detected. Authorization denied.
Use that terminal to open the door. Quickly. Jack needs to hear what I have to say.
So, you know, it's still a lot to do. Over a couple weekends, I'm going to have to just put in some extra time during the week.
Who's using this terminal? Give me your authorization code. Who is this? Give me your rank and serial number.
Screw it.
Hey! I like you. All troops converge on the detention center. We have a breakout.
Jack has to get my message! You have to defend me! Oh God, they're gonna kill us all! Just defend me while I upload this message. So long. Seems that I won't have died in vain.
Are they going to come from up here or down there or what? I don't see any guys so far. Oh, they're up there. Okay.
This one getting shot feels like straight to hell!
Should probably wait to do that, but so now they're probably down there, right?
Protect me!
These guys move around too much. You know, and they're so low level, it's like, I wonder why they should like die a lot faster. So, I hate the flying ones.
from Professor Nakayama to Jack.
And now play the waiting game. Thanks again for... Oh, God! I just realized how close I came to dying! Ah! Oh, I'm hyperventilating. Somebody hold me.
No.
It's been forever, and I still haven't gotten a reply from Jack. Maybe he needs to know I'm for reals. Oh, go find some paint and give it to a claptrap unit. I have an idea.
Alright, I guess we got more missions to do now. Is there I have to go sell some stuff here pretty soon. Like, I should have done these missions earlier in the game, and it would make more sense to take all these guys out as I go. But I'm just gonna run past them because this room gets me every time.
Servicing station.
Okay.
Now, give that paint to a claptrap and ask it to draw an image of my adoration. A testament to the man who brought me here. Yellow's his favorite color, and appearances matter, so if everything's yellow, he'll love me.
To leave. What about this?
Guess who has the best idea in history? It's me. I'm going to take Jack's personality and back it up in a computer. Get to my survey terminal and ask Jack some questions. Jack, sir, would you have time for a few questions?
Trying to save the world, creepy guy.
But I will make you immortal.
Yeah. All right. That sounds cool.
I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Maybe over here? Do I have to go around somehow? Like,
That's the best you got!
All right, just ask Jack as many questions as you want from that survey terminal, and I'll plug the answers into a Jack artificial intelligence.
Raced and raced!
Jack, why are you the best?
Yes?
Do you have a family? A wife? Children?
Next question.
Describe your childhood.
Dad died pretty early. Mom pawned me off on her mom. Spent most of my time coding or getting smacked around. Had a cat. Grandma drowned it because it didn't make my bed. The usual stuff.
How would you like to die?
I don't know, somewhere warm with a sexy chick nearby, maybe. Wait a second. Aren't I supposed to not die? Because this thing's gonna make me, you know, immortal?
Digitally, your memories and personality will be saved on a hard drive to be activated upon your death.
Digital. That's the diet soda of immortalities. Bored now, interview over.
All right. Compiling the data now. Just gotta plug Jack's answers into an AI, then give it sentience.
I am RoboJack. All humans must die.
Oh, cool. Sexy evil computer version of me. That's pretty neat, Nakajama.
Kill, kill, kill.
RoboJack, say, I'm going to jack you up. Just like that.
No.
No. So cool. That's something I would totally say. I would.
I am handsome and you will die.
Have you finished?
Who wants to make out?
So, looks like it could use another few revisions. But I think the AI Jack thing might not be such a bad idea. Oh, man. I could clone a body for Jack. I could put the thing in the thing, and it would be... Jack, I am so smart!
Alright. Hopefully I'm done with this area now. Can go zoom back out of here. Oh, look, there's a vending machine over here. Just come selling guns that I have here.
Surrender now! Damn it! Lost him!
So sell that one. Am I gonna die?
Aspis, protect me!
Who's shooting me? They give up. I guess they give up.
Goodbye, friend. Shop anywhere else, have you killed.
Claptrap near Jack's office. After the robot makes the painting, Jack will walk by it every day.
Look at these schmucks, whiling away their digital lives at a computer. Thank the almighty robot policeman, I'm not stuck at a desk like these jokers.
That one, he's not busy. He can create my masterpiece.
Nakayama wants you to draw something that shows how much he likes Jack.
Aw, I wanted to dance! Who knew I could paint as well as I could dance?
What the hell is Claptrap painting? It looks like a skag dry humping a vending machine. Nice color, though. I'll get it washed off later.
He doesn't understand. Let's send him some flowers. Go find a few I've planted around the station.
You, didn't hear the part where I asked if Nisha was single, did you?
Don't worry, I'm cool.
I'm so pissed right now.
Guess I gotta go back anyways. So yeah, so hopefully today I'll get the bottom sheets, the sheet metal all welded on. And I'm not gonna weld it the way I welded the top. Because I welded all of the corners on the top and then ground it all off. And so it was a lot of work. But the bottom I'm just gonna weld on enough to be a sort of a privacy thing. I actually considered not even putting sheet metal on the bottom box. I eventually decided to just do it just to keep it kind of the same, but it doesn't need to be, because when you're traveling, so it doesn't need to be that intense. You know, it doesn't need to really keep the water out. All the materials I'm going to be building it out of, except for maybe one sheet of wood, are going to be totally waterproof materials. So it's not going to need, you know, if it rains a little, it's going to be alright. If a little rain gets into the thing, it's going to be fine. It's not that big a deal. Tired of killing these guys. I just get sick of killing guys and then you don't even get any XP for it because I'm too far ahead. I really should have done all these missions earlier, but I didn't know they existed. Or else I would have, you know. Get 34 XP. I guess it's something.
You can't resist us. All right. That's all of the flowers we'll need. Just outside of Jack's office.
So I'll try to weld all of the skins on, and then I'll try to engineer the door so that the door is attached. That's what I could do today, and basically, because I don't have the material for the suspension, I don't even have the material for the rear decking because I haven't fully decided if I'm going to go with I didn't decide if I was going to go with wood or not, but I think I did now. I'm definitely going to do steel, or if I could find like a sheet of aluminum. Something like maybe if I could find, I don't know if I could find something like that on used somewhere.
You can't miss him. He'll finally notice me.
Then chop them up.
Flowers blocking entrance to office. Please immolate flowers to prevent fire hazard.
What? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, who the hell's been defacing my station? Show yourself!
It's me, sir. Professor Nakayama. I'm the
Yeah, don't care. You're pissing me off with your weird hijinks, Nakitiyama. Cut it out or I'll have you force-fed into a weapon grinder. Frickin' jackass.
Did you hear that? He almost pronounced my name correctly. That means he pretty much loves me. Come on back. Hurry that.
Go around this way this time. It'll be a lot faster and easier. Because I gotta go into this door here. So, I mean, I'll try to get as much of that done today as I can. If I can get it, you know, there's a couple other little brackets and things I have to do, I guess, but.
I did it! Jack and I will be together.
You have my pity.
Okay, enter trash compactor. Still gotta do more missions for this dude. My contact's getting all jacked up. But yeah, if I can get that stuff done today, I should be able to weld all that bottom on today pretty easily. The only reason I didn't do it the other day is because I was trying to think if I should get somebody to help me kind of hold it, but I think I'm just gonna kind of weld the corners and then go to the inside and just put some random beads in random places, because you know, when we're traveling, the top box will be lowered onto it and it will kind of protect it from the wind or whatever else.
I've shut down the trash compactor's hourly crushing. You'll be fine, so long as nobody tosses anything in your trash. Oops. Did you fall? Probably should have warned you. My bad.
Get behind me!
Maybe I should use some different weapon here. Like this one. 2-shot.
I was so scared for you. I've got a lot of empathy. Basically a superpower. Anyway, come on back. Let me open the door for you. You're in the gun shop. I don't think Jack would mind if you grabbed a couple pieces of gear. You've earned it, and he really likes both of us, so, you know.
I don't know where I am. I think I'm supposed to go through this door over here. Is that it? That isn't it. Here it is.
Lost you!
I don't know what gun I have. This isn't the right gun though. Corporal Bob. Did I kill this guy already? The last time? Seems like I did. Okay, this gun isn't gonna do it. I don't know if this one is either.
Jack is ready for action.
Freaking guys. Alright. Let's go. Hopefully this is the last mission with this guy.
Sorry I almost killed you. Friends?
No.
Alright. So now we'll go back to Jack's office and do that one. It looks like there's another undiscovered mission, but I'm not going to go find it right now.
My
Just going
shield
to go
will not
continue
fail.
to do this story mission here for a minute. But yeah, I think I'm just going to work on that trailer all day, pretty much. Get it done. Here. So let's go through here. If I could get to the point where the door's mounted, I can order the door latch.
Where is... Ah, here we go.
Lock door.
Airlock sealed. Preparing to vent contents of airlock.
What?
New plan, everybody. Dr. Gladstone here informed me that one of you might still be a traitor working for Zarpadon.
Might. I said might.
Hundreds of innocent lives are on the line here, kiddos. I just can't take the risk. Shoot me in the back once, shame on you. Shoot me in the back twice. For what it's worth, I am really sorry.
Jack, don't!
Oh my god.
Huh, that felt good. Anywho, let's talk. The path to the Eye of Helios is open. Get through the inner hall and open that fast travel network so I can shut her down. Roland, Lilith, you stay here, defend my office. May need to retreat here later.
Sounds like a plan.
Roland, he just murdered...
Sounds like a plan. We'll see you when you get back.
You know, if I hadn't airlocked those scientists, one of them might have turned those defenses back on just as you were walking through. Would have fried you like a skag steak. Think on that.
Those people were frightened. They would have done nothing.
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree. Just get to the other end of the inner hall and we can shut down the Eye of Helios.
Mr. Lawrence? Yeah, that's me, Timothy. Please go through the door to your right. Your interviewer will be waiting for you. Do I, need to sign some papers, or? Through the door, please. No, wait, how do I know this isn't some scam to get my kidneys? You applied for this position because you needed money. Beggars can't be choosers. But, okay. All right, I'm ready. Very good, Timothy.
Okay, so, new action item for you to take care of. I put a request into R&D to get you some super cool experimental weaponry, but they're telling me there's a holdup with their computer system. You want to go check it out?
Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it for this week. So I'll be back tomorrow, probably. But let's, I'm going to save and quit. But yeah, anyways, if you made it through all that, thanks for watching. Bye.